What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017. October already.
October.
I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the pure one at Tim Gettys.
Led to most cool. Greg, can you hit the stopwatch, please?
Hit that motherfucking stopwatch. We got time codes for the YouTube kids, because that's what they want.
That's what they want.
What do they want?
So you gotta give them what they want.
They want the time codes. They
Them
need
nasty
them time codes. Give them time codes or they'll unsubscribe and get mad. Then they'll get behind the wheel of the car and drive too fast. Got a ticket. Day's getting so much worse. They get home, no water. Didn't pay the water bill now.
Oh,
Woo! I'll tell you what.
wait for that water, man.
Call back. We're turning around right now as it's happening. I've been in a funk this morning.
Oh, no.
And I'm out of the funk now.
You out of that funk?
I got
Why
here.
Why are you feeling funky, Greg?
I had a great breakfast with love of my life, Geneviève Saint-Onge. She makes a spectacular dinner last night. Then she wakes up today and makes an amazing breakfast too. I got here though, and it was that normal thing. You know it well. If we got here, all right, I got about 2 hours worth of work to do, got about 45 minutes to do it all.
Yeah,
so it's just like zoom just into the computer. You're lost in there. Didn't get to talk to Cool Greg.
I had 6 important phone calls to make this morning. 6.
That's a lot.
Guess how many answered?
3.
0.
Oh, wow, okay.
0. I still have 6 important phone calls.
Are they all business?
Oh,
or
yeah.
some, okay.
Oh, it's all
Is your
business.
water getting turned off?
No. My water's good.
Good. Okay, that's what I like
water's
to hear. So let's talk about the good things in our life. Let's talk about this controller.
Let's talk about this.
If you are at home right now, Tim has gotten his DualShock 4 Blue.
Crystal Blue.
Is that what they're calling it? Crystal Blue?
Crystal Blue with the kind of funny blue on the back. What?
I don't.
Exclusive to Walmart.
I hate that they make me keep trying to buy. You were on the show months ago when these broke. We looked at them all. We thought about buying them all, and I talked myself out of it. But now that I see this one,
it's so nice. I see it now, and I'm like, you know what? I need to buy another one for the office.
Exactly. What I'm thinking is, why don't we just use Kind of Funny funds to buy a whole bunch of them
for party mode?
Exactly.
We're gonna have a fleet.
What? I'm sorry. What is party mode?
Party mode is the beautiful show that happens every week on Wednesday.
Andy Cortez, could you come in? Could you come in and tell us about party mode? What's party mode? Oh, you're wearing it. You're wearing a shirt too. Okay.
Whoa, what?
That's weird, man. That's weird, huh?
So weird. Party mode is a show that happens once a week. I don't know when. I know that we were planning on changing the schedules.
I thought we said we're changing them, and it was changed.
I said that on this show.
Oh,
we never
didn't
talked
change
about it.
Oh,
but from now on, party mode will be available every Wednesday on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames or on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. You can get it a week early.
Oh, you're stealing the cooking with Greg E. Method.
Yes.
So now it'll be Wednesday is early access, exclusive access for 1 week on Patreon people.
When's the shirt available?
I don't know actually.
Next month, I think. It's next
month.
month.
Yeah, next month is the shirt.
Okay. It's such a fucking cool shirt, though. I'm so excited about it.
The Games
Kind of Funny
Daily
Games
shirt.
Daily shirt.
Coming. I'm just gonna say the date right now. I'm gonna throw the date out there. October 20th.
Is that? What did you make up the date, or is that the real date?
That's the date. But
we'll see. Kindoffunny.com/store. God, this is such a nice controller.
It's such a nice controller. So the deal is, if I remember correctly, Crystal Blue, Walmart
this is
exclusive.
a good test for you, yeah.
The Crystal White. Fuck, I don't remember where that one is. Maybe it's
Red
Best Buy. Red is GameStop.
Then Best Buy for sure is the white.
Then it's Best Buy.
Yeah.
The white also looks real nice.
They all look really nice. That's the problem.
I don't like red. But
you're a piece of
my
garbage.
God, this is so beautiful. Yeah. It's like, this is exactly what I want a PS4 controller to look like. Oh, highly
I love a
recommend
good new PlayStation 4 controller, you know?
I do.
We had a whole
Didn't
bunch
realize
of
they didn't come with USB cables. I've never bought one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just have the ones that came with my systems.
You one of them basic bitches.
I am one of them basic bitches, but no longer, Greg. Fret not.
You changed it up?
I've changed it up. Man, I'm never going to be over this.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about before giving you some perspective from us, the industry at large, answering your questions and having a good time. If you like that, you can watch us record it live on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, but we don't look at the chat. Instead, the only way to interact with us live is to go to kindoffunny.com/you'rewrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up. So at the end of the show, we can read your corrections, set the record straight, and give everyone a correct podcast on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames and podcast services around the globe, no matter where you consume the content. Thank you so much for that. Consider subscribing on all the other platforms, even if you don't use them. Then it just looks at vanity numbers and everybody's really happy about that. Party mode is up right now on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames.
Tomorrow.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
I thought we already put it up today. No?
Did we?
I don't know.
I think it's up on Patreon.
I don't think it's up.
If it's up today, consider it Wednesday. And from here, wait, so then is there no party mode this week? Because wouldn't there need to be 2 party modes this week?
No.
We'll figure it out.
Doesn't seem like our best scheduling idea here. I don't think Andy thinking it through on that one. Whatever, there's a party mode coming eventually. Go to fucking YouTube and subscribe. We make a lot of cool shit. We love you. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news.
Oh, it's October.
4 items. Yes, it's the news ghost. 4 items on the Roper Report.
I feel summer creeping in, and we got a baker's dozen. Rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Rest in peace, Tom Petty. That one caught me off guard.
That was good, though.
No, I don't mean the Baker's. That was great. I mean the death of Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah.
You just didn't expect that one coming. You know what I mean? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
It was sad.
Did you listen to him growing up? Because you're younger than me.
Yeah, no.
I remember there was a summer where
I'm aware of him.
Mary Jane was like a huge deal. That song and that video was awesome. It had Kim Basinger in it and stuff, and it had like the Alice in Wonderland stuff. And like I remember watching that. Didn't it have Alice in Wonderland? No, I don't think it did. Just had Kim Basinger, and I remember we watched it all the time.
There's an Alice in Wonderland video.
But is it that one with Kim Basinger? I don't think so. Anyways,
Not the guy to ask.
I hate you. It was really big on MTV. Number 1. This is a sad one, kind of. Andrew House is stepping down from PlayStation. This is via the press release from Sony itself. Sony Corporation and Sony Interactive Entertainment, LLC, SIE, announced today that John Codera, I'm going to say, currently deputy president of SIE, has been appointed president and chief executive officer, SIE, with immediate effect. Current president and global CEO Andrew House will transition from operational management of SIE, but will remain with SIE as chairman through the end of the year to ensure a smooth transition. Mr. Codera will assume overall operational responsibility for SIE, including its game and network services businesses globally, and will report directly to Kaz Hirai, president and CEO of Sony Corporation. In conjunction with the management transition at SEI, Mr. House is stepping down from his role as executive vice president, corporate executive officer of Sony Corporation, and also effective immediately. Mr. Codera will continue his role as business executive of Sony Corporation. Man, they got some confusing terms in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you threw a SEI in there somewhere.
I don't know if I did because some of this is written like stereo instructions. Back to the quote. This is from Kaz. When I passed the baton of leadership for Sony Computer Entertainment to Andrew House in 2011, I was confident that I was leaving the PlayStation business in the best possible hands. And so it has proved. I'm extremely grateful to Andy for the great contribution he has made to evolving the PlayStation business and firmly positioning it as one of the drivers of our future growth. Andy and I go back more than 20 years and spent much of this time together, dedicating ourselves to ensuring the success of the PlayStation business. I'd like to thank Andy for his contribution over many years and wish him every success in the future, said Kaz, president and CEO of the Sony Corporation. John Codera has led Sony's network service business since 2013 and played a pivotal role in its growth. He is a truly global executive, possessing strategic understanding, strength of conviction, and outstanding leadership capabilities. Since his appointment as deputy president of SIE last year, alongside Andy, he has also been responsible for the company's overall business strategy and product planning. With the significance of network services increasing across the entire Sony group, I believe that John is ideally equipped to build on the foundations Andy has left in place and drive Sony's game and network services business to further growth and excitement going forward. Growth and excitement going forward. What do you think, Tim?
Andy House, man.
It's
crazy.
There's a couple questions in here that are bringing this up, but it was more just the thing of like, oh, Andy House, he's been around forever.
Yeah, like he's one of the faces.
Yeah.
You know, he's a meme. He made Knack.
I mean, Cerny made Knack. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Mark Cerny made the
Knack. Oh, my
Knack.
God.
Don't worry.
I totally
Are you thinking of a different
blanking.
face?
Yeah. I totally fucked that up. No, Andrew House. I know who Andrew House is.
Andy Cortez, I need your Andrew House impression when you get a chance. Yeah, you know who Andy House is.
Yeah. He's the one that hosted the
White dude, little beard.
PS4 Pro.
Yeah, has an accent. Andy does a spot-on impression
Just
of him.
close your eyes and just imagine. Today, I quit Sony. My name is Andy House. Did you picture it?
I did. Man, that was
You
good.
saw it. It was an E3 presentation
Yeah.
right there. I rode an elevator with him once.
Oh yeah.
It's more the fact that he's just been around forever.
Yeah.
Let's get into questions.
He was in the Kojima video.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, when they announced their relationship. Tyler Bouchard writes in to kindafunny.com/KFGD, just like you can, to be part of the show, and says, good afternoon to you and the big, beautiful kids. Greg, and I haven't watched yesterday's episode yet. Sorry. Tim is right. With the news of Andrew House leaving Sony, I've seen many comments from people saying his statement and articles being written are pointing to him being fired or let go. I can't imagine this being the case. It seems he did a fantastic job leading Sony to a great place after the abysmal launch of the PS3 and the great PSN outage of 2011. But I don't have insight of the industry like you fine, beautiful gentlemen do. What's your take on the situation? Love from Southern Missouri. Best time zone. Tyler. Obviously, we're not on the inside of this part. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to reach out to anybody who would actually know if Andrew House had been forced out to that. I doubt it. That
too.
doesn't seem like a PlayStation move. It doesn't seem like somebody who's been there more than 20 years is going to get forced out. And not to mention, they're on a roll right now.
And like he is a face of many good decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I doubt that's the case. Who knows? With all
Exactly.
that type of stuff. But this sounds like that there's like it might be just his time to go.
What it really strikes me like is a Jack Tretton move, where Jack Tretton did the exact same thing. He was through all the rough and tumble years, launched the PlayStation 4, everything was successful, and he's like, I'm out.
I did it.
And we've talked to him personally, when he came over to do Kinda Funny Live 2 stuff, where it was just like, what was the reason why? He's just like, it was just time, man. Where else can I go? Like, I've gone and taken them to the zenith. They are the pinnacle right now. What else are you going to do? And I'm sure for Andrew House, somebody who's been there long enough, you want new challenges, you want new things, and it is, all right, well, I've gotten them up here. I guess technically, if we're going to wade into what maybe they got rid of, maybe it's, them refocusing it, but I really don't see where the breakdown with Kaz at the top talking to him, this is what we want it to look like, here's how it's going to be, breaks down.
Yeah.
And not to mention, the Gopher Loafers writes in and says, House departure. Dear Greg, and taking a guess, Andrea. You missed it. I guess I don't say early enough in the show who's going to be on. I say it in the outro. People must click off. Tomorrow, Tim and Andy are on the show.
Maybe. It might be Gerard.
Oh, right. Oh, we might have Gerard the completionist here instead of Andy. If he would answer an email, maybe we would know. You know what I mean? Looks like he's not that complete at answering emails. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's everybody's fault. I was very sad to see Andy House stepping down from his role at Sony. I always respected House's history with PlayStation. Do you think John, and then he misspells the name, so what did I have it up there? Codera? Yeah, will be able to fill his shoes. His lack of his with video games worries me. I think he means his lack of history with video games worries me. I know he helped launch online services, but he comes from the more Sony side with PlayStation. What direction do you think he will take with the PlayStation brand? Thank you for all you do.
So that's a big thing, because going back to Kaz's quote, John Cudero has led Sony's network service business since 2013 and played a pivotal role in its growth. He's truly global executive, possessing strategic understanding, strength and conviction, and outstanding leadership, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, what did he actually do? Are you aware?
No, I know I've never heard of this guy until this all started.
So, is that also including PSN?
Yeah, it's
You'd
Sony
imagine.
services and whatever. They're siloed and there's different things popping around in there, but you would assume he touched that at some point.
This is one of those things where, to me, the uneducated answer is, well, that sucks, because a lot of the Sony online services are not my favorite things to use.
No, we saw it yesterday, right, with the Greg Miller Industries trying to delete a bunch of kids and the PSN constantly failing on them.
And I get it. Things are hard. Websites are hard. We were at IGN for so long, and the amount of times shit would go wrong. It's like, it's no one person's fault, and it requires a whole team to fix even the most minute of problems. But I don't know. It's like, we'll see if he proves himself and steps up.
I with all due respect, I feel like when you get to these executive roles, and this is, again, I don't have a degree in business. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. When you get to these executive roles, I wonder how much they matter in terms of the vision and all. I don't think John's going to come in here and be like, nah, this is what PlayStation is now, right? I feel like when Sean Layden got promoted, right, and took over for Jack, Sean Layden was quiet for a long time. And he'd come out and do the presentations, and like he was a little, not great on stage and blah, blah, blah. And you jump cut to where he is now, and he's like, man, he's so great at on stage, and I think he understands his role now. And I was way more concerned when like Jim Ryan started getting on stage, and they started using Jim Ryan, where it was like, Jim Ryan's talking, and it's like, do you understand games? But they've been super successful here. And at some point, I feel like, it's not to get in too far into a sports analogy, right? It's like if you own the team or you're the general manager of the team, it's about hiring the right coach who then hires other coaches who then build the right thing. So PlayStation already has that infrastructure in there, right? With first party studios. I don't think John has the power. Well, he probably has the power, but I don't think he'd come in and be like, all right, Naughty Dog, no more Last of Us 2, do this. You know what I mean? With the futures in MOBAs, everybody's making a MOBA. Like, there'd be enough checks, balances to stop you there.
And you got to imagine they're on a path already. There's like, they already have a however many year plan that they've been already going down.
Since his appointment as deputy president of SIE last year. I mean, it's not like he's coming in out blind, not knowing anything. He's been paying attention. He knows what's going on with Sony. I mean, he's the, Sony Interactive Entertainment and managing that portfolio and seeing what's going on. But you still have Shuhei in there. You still have all these people in there. Now, there has been, rumblings forever when we saw like Adam Boyes leave and when people like on the team Adam used to be on PlayStation started leaving, where there was like, all right, does PlayStation still care about indies? Are they still focused on games? And then we had the E3 that was all, AAA games or big titles there. And then our indies getting shafted and this and that. It was like, there's so many moving plates for video games in general that I still feel like PlayStation's got a handle on what they are and what they want to be. And I think the proof's still in all the success they're having selling this console, and especially looking at the lineup for the next 2 years, 3 years if you count, 15 years if you count Death Stranding. We'll see when that game comes out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
No, but with that, I think that Andrew House has done a great job of teeing up a very successful transition period, and then we'll see what John brings to the table for the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, when his decisions start coming in, when next time Kojima's making some new game and he has to tour for technology or whatever it is. What a great time that was.
They needed the technology, man. Him and Cerny all over the place looking for the best technologies around. Number 2. PUBG's Xbox exclusivity might be extended. This again via fucking Bloomberg. Out of nowhere, Bloomberg come in with hot scoops 2 weeks in a row. The creator of the hit video game PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is in talks with Microsoft Corp about extending their agreement to publish the game exclusively on Xbox, according to people familiar with the matter. South Korea's Bluehole Interactive has agreed. Now, we just did a whole thing last week where we started a subsidiary, PUBG Inc. or whatever, some shit, right? Whatever. Has agreed to produce the game for Microsoft first by the end of the year, and is likely to give the company a larger period as the solo console, said the people, asking not to be identified because the matter is private. Games are typically offered exclusively for about 3 months to encourage people to buy a particular console, so Xbox may have the game to itself until the middle of next year or longer. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has become this year's surprise hit, selling 13 million copies and shattering records for personal computer game sales. Giants such as Sony Corp and Tencent Holdings Ltd. are clamoring for rights to put the title on consoles and mobile phones. Microsoft declined. What? You want some PUBG mobile action?
Oh, yeah, a little PUBG mobile action. That sounds fantastic.
Microsoft declined to comment on whether it was in talks to extend the exclusivity. Quote, right now, the team is solely focused on bringing the best game possible to the Xbox One and PC. We have nothing further to announce at this time, a spokesperson said. What I love about this is that I feel like it's PlayerUnknown himself playing chess on this situation, right?
Yeah.
Of like, was Microsoft asking about, hey, can we get more exclusivity? Or did they lowball him on that offer of like, hey, we want more exclusivity? And then just yesterday, right, we read an article from them saying, I guess it was last week, where they were like, no, like, PlayStation is bidding for it, and this is happening. And blah, blah. Was that morsel drop to then motivate Microsoft to be like, fuck everyone's talking about the PlayStation version again. Let's lock it down for even longer.
Yeah. You got to imagine there's something there.
Yeah.
He's having the time of his life.
Oh, fuck. You kidding me? Can you imagine like what that would be like to make this game you're so passionate about, and then it goes out and it connects with 13 million people? Yeah, 13 million copies. Yeah, I can't fucking wait to get that game on Xbox.
Yeah, no, that's going to be great. And I think that, it's still so much fun on PC, even as somebody that doesn't play PC.
No, it's not.
It is though. It actually
PC,
is.
man.
No, it's a lot of fun.
But your emails pop up and your Slack notifications.
I mean, your
Clippy's there.
Clippy is not there. I miss Clippy. He should come back. But yeah, no, having it on a console is going to be great. I do wish it was on PlayStation, obviously, because I'm just in that
that's
ecosystem.
what the ecosystem we're in.
But
it's one of those. I say all that, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish I was getting trophies. I was just doing that. But it's like, I'm kind of like, all right, I have a reason to turn on my Xbox, right? You were talking about Cuphead, where it's like, you know, you enjoyed Cuphead, you're having a great time, but like when you booted up that Xbox, there was a million updates and all this crap to go through.
just because I never use it.
Yeah, well, but I'm the same way.
Yeah.
My Xbox is my exclusive machine, and when did I play on it last? I don't recall. You know, so it's like to have something. This is. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here. I'm still really caught off guard in the way my life in 2017 with games has become the games as services model, where it is that I'm starting now to stack single player experiences that I'm just not getting to. Like, you know, I want to play Last Day of June. I'm so into that game, right? But it's always like, do I have the 4 or 5 hours to just play through it in one sitting? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I play 3 hours of Destiny. Or like this weekend, I woke up hungover and I was like, you know what? Marvel Heroes is the perfect game right now. And I went and played Marvel Heroes for hours on end and got more trophies than that. And then I've had a hankering for it. And last night I was like, you know what? Friday the 13th, and jumped in and played a bunch more Friday the 13th. This is going to be now in that rotation, right? Of like, granted, I'll be
Something to pop in and do.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Oh, I have X amount of time, right? And I know I could do that on my PC, but that's just not who I am. And it's having it on the Xbox is going to suddenly have me on my Xbox a lot more.
Yeah.
And that's what Microsoft's talking about. That's why I'm sure they want to pay more for it. It is their big exclusive of the fall.
Yeah, I mean,
really hope they nail it. Get it out this
PUBG
year.
to me is this year's Overwatch for how I play games, where it's just like, oh, I got 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is. I'm going to pop in and play it and have a great time. And that could be it. And I can do another match, or just the one and have.
That's Friday 13th, right?
Yeah, exactly. But oh man, my single player experiences. 2017 might go down as my favorite year of video games, period.
Yeah.
And that's a conversation for a different day. But Cuphead now delivering is just blowing my mind. I'm almost done with it.
From preview events of seeing Cuphead, playing Cuphead boss mode, just reading about Cuphead, I've always been like, that game looks fucking awesome. Totally not for me. I'm not the let's run my head into a wall and hate my life kind of guy. The way you talk about Cuphead, I'm like, fuck, maybe I should
Dude,
play
Cuphead is fantastic.
You tweeted out last night like it's the most rewarding
It's the most rewarding video game experience I think I've ever had. It's like when you beat the boss, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
Like, and I could do it again. You know, like I know that if I went back, and I feel like I'm getting better at it as the game has such a great level, feeling of progression where there's abilities, but there's not too many. There's like different types of guns and stuff, but there's not too many. But like having to choose the right loadout for each boss is fun. It's like when you fail over and over and over, there's never been a point so far that I've been like, fuck this. And I can't believe it because it is hard. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
But I only have maybe like 6 bosses left and then I'm done. Like I'm getting there and it's good. It's damn good.
My next question about it, because I didn't ask you yesterday, I forgot because we got it offering. How often do you play it and you're like, I wish this was on Switch?
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little too intensive. I wouldn't want to be playing handheld. Like
I was wondering.
This
because usually we all say that about whatever we're playing.
Yeah, no. Cuphead, man. It's like I'll focus on this. Like Gia's trying to talk to me, and I'm like,
shut up.
This ain't happening. Like it's either Cuphead time or it's any other time. Cuphead requires full attention, and there's something about. I mean, I'm playing out my 65-inch TV, and it's the aesthetic again is just so great. The music is so good. There's like vocal themes that are in the style of like 1930s cartoons for the main bosses and the main like the big bad guys, and for Cuphead himself. And it's like there's so much love put into this, and I just want more. I hope that there's a sequel. I hope this game does super fucking well because they deserve it. Studio MDHR made a fantastic game that I was so worried about based on how long it took to come out.
Yeah.
I was so worried about it based on issues and problems that I had with it playing it before. And they fixed them. I think this is the only time ever that I've been excited for a game. I've had issues with it, and then it came out. I'm like, oh, wait.
Nailed it.
They nailed it, and they solved all of it. I can't believe I like the platforming levels.
Wow.
And they're awesome. And there's not too many. There's only like 6 total. They're great.
Okay. I might have
It's worth busting out your Xbox for.
Well, Xbox is always there.
Yeah.
That Gears of War Xbox sitting there.
Well, updating your Xbox for.
Okay, well, that's better. Third story on the Roper Report, Unity is going to get better on Switch. This is via gamesindustry.biz. Game engine supplier Unity says it's working side by side with Nintendo to improve its technology on Switch. The company made the comments to Games Industry Biz following recent problems faced by indie developers in getting their titles working on Nintendo's new platform. Airship Syndicate, the team behind Battle Chasers Night War, has delayed its Switch version to an unspecified date due to challenges with Unity. Meanwhile, Platonic said that it was unable to set a date for Yooka-Laylee on Switch because of the same reason. Quote, "We had encountered some final technical hurdles and had been waiting for the arrival of Unity 5.6 in order to fix them," Yooka-Laylee said. Although this has not been released, this has now been released, it has unfortunately introduced other issues, which we are currently working with Unity to resolve before we can submit to Nintendo and lock in our release timeline. However, Unity insists it is seeing huge success on the console so far and that these issues are being worked on. Quote, "Unity has been providing developer support for Nintendo Switch since day one, and we're proud to report that more than 30% of the games released on Switch to date are made with Unity," said Unity's Japan regional director. We continue to partner closely with Nintendo to optimize Unity on Switch, and we are happy to see our developers finding great success on the system. I feel a dry news story, but I wanted to toss it in because we did talk about Platonic and Yooka-Laylee, and they did say that, and it's interesting to see Unity saying they're coming out and doing all these things, but are you?
I mean, I think this is an example of us, what we always talk about being transparent, and I think that at the very least, this is great messaging.
Yeah.
It's good that like these are messages that are being given to the people and not held behind closed doors, right? They're saying it will be better. Good, cool. There's issues with it, obviously. Yeah. Like the fact that Yooka-Laylee was announced on Switch so long ago, and everyone wanted it to be day and date with the other consoles, and it wasn't. Like that was a big issue, and I feel like the anticipation for that game has totally waned because people have either played it where they wanted to, or by the time it comes out, Mario will already be out.
Fuck yeah, Mario will be, yeah,
it will. Hell yeah,
hell yeah, Mario.
But no, cool, and I like that Unity is involved. I like that Unity is being active in saying that they are working directly with Nintendo and talking to them, and there's a relationship that they care about and value. They're obviously proud of the 30% and all that, and it's like that's cool. Like I think that it's important for all the engines and all the technical stuff that we don't understand to be jazzed about working on the consoles that they are.
Transparency is a good way to put it, right? And because I feel like this is, and I'm not saying it's a Unity problem, but this is always the thing with the Vita versions of games. Like how many Vita? Oh, this is coming, and Papers, Please, and all these things, and it was like great, and then it was just like radio silence as they try to hope you forget about it. You assume, but is it because they're having problems and why? So it was nice to see Platonic be like, hey, we're trying, but this thing that was supposed to solve it broke this thing, and that's what's happening. And then have Unity come out and actually give you a statement. It's pretty cool too. Next story, Tim. Get excited. A Sonic movie is in the works at Paramount. This is via The Hollywood Reporter. Paramount Pictures has nabbed the movie rights to Sonic the Hedgehog, the popular Sega video game franchise. Neil H. Moritz, whose original film banner recently signed an upcoming first-look deal with Paramount, will produce the project, which is coming to the studio after Sony Entertainment put it into turnaround. You okay? What's wrong with you? Shut your eyes.
I'm trying to think something.
Paramount plans on making... here's where it gets really exciting. Paramount plans on making a movie that will blend live action and CGI animation as it brings Sonic to the big screen for the first time. Isn't that what you want? Like Garfield, but with Sonic.
Oh, that's exactly what I want. No, so this is... I don't even want to say it's interesting. It's not really interesting. But there was a Sonic fan film made years ago by, and I'm blanking on the name. I want to say it's Blue Cannon Studios, Blue Sky Studios, something like that.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
They also made a Mega Man short film way back in the day. Craig Skitsimus from Game Attack was in the Sonic thing as well. Anyway.
Was he the voice of Sonic?
It was, Jaleel White was
right. I do remember that
voice
now.
Of Sonic, who is the actual voice of Sonic in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now Roger Craig Smith.
Roger Craig Smith, what up?
But what's interesting is that came out and people actually really liked it. It has millions of views on YouTube. And it was a mix of live action with a CG Sonic, and granted it was fan made, so it's janky to say the least.
Yeah.
But they really went through with it, and it was kind of based in the more Sonic Adventure-y universe as opposed to like what you think of more classic Sonic.
Sure.
I remember years ago, did it say Paramount got it from Sony?
Well, yeah. Since Sony put it in turnaround.
Yeah, because Sony, years ago, there was the plan. They were making a Sonic movie simply called Sonic, and it was going to be about a boy in high school named Sonic that finds a pair of shoes that make him run fast.
Yes.
And
I'm in.
Then I was
Cool
just
Greg's
like,
in too. I see how
and,
excited Cool Greg is.
the principal was
Eggman? Dr.
Yeah, something. I forgot what his name was, but it was like some egg pun.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God. And of course that movie didn't happen.
Sure.
So here we are, once again, live action CGI. We'll see. Is Sonic going to make out with the girl at the end? I hope this is based on Sonic 06. That would be the best thing that could possibly happen. Just because it'd be fucking horrible.
Here's my question.
What's your question,
and
Greg?
This is a quick. We're getting off at a rest area here on the video game highway. How long's The Bachelor been on TV?
The Bachelor has been on TV for 21 seasons.
Talking about movies that'll never get made. There was once an Antler movie. You know that group I was in, and the Antlers or whatever. A former Antler and like his friend or whatever wrote a movie script about the Antlers, and it got put in Variety and all these different things because it got picked up and they had cast one of the Bachelor winners to be in it and star in it.
Interesting.
And you said that movie never got made. I'm like, clearly this movie never got made either. Who the fuck would want to see this movie about a bunch of binge drinking sports fans? But I thought that was interesting because you have that Bachelor connection.
It's true. I do.
Okay.
The Bachelor connection.
Everybody, we're getting back on the video game highway. Tim, if I wanted to know what was in the digital mom and grop shops today, where would I go?
The official list of upcoming software across each and every platform is listed by the Kind of Funny Games Daily Show host each and every weekday, Greg.
Yeah. Out today, everybody. First off, this isn't out for everybody, but it is happening today, apparently. Xbox One game gifting is becoming a thing. For some in the Xbox Insider program, they are starting to see the fact that they can go in there, buy games, and give them to people.
Oh, cool.
The rumor would that this would be then in the fall OS update for the Xbox. So keep your pants on and look for that one. Forza Motorsport 7's on Xbox One and PC. Battle Chasers Night Wars on Xbox One, PS4, not on Switch, thanks Unity and PC. Cold Decept Revolt is on 3DS. Batman the Enemy Within Episode 2 is on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. And this is what fucking makes my life really complicated. Do I bring my PlayStation 4 to New York now so I can play through this and other games? I don't want to wait.
Did you already play through Episode 2?
No, Episode 1's been out.
Oh, episode 1 of Season 2.
Correct. Episode 2,
okay.
Season 2, Batman is out. I don't know if I should bring my PlayStation 4 to New York. I'm going to pack when I get home tonight, see how it looks.
I mean, you're there a while.
That's not, well, no, I'm only there. I'm not in New York that long.
Oh, you're right.
Then on Friday, I go to
You're
Palm
going
Springs, but then it's a Scott and Cindy's birthday party kind of thing.
I feel you.
I'm going to have downtime there too. I probably should have a PlayStation 4.
not.
What do you mean? We're going to be out there at the pool. I can be playing PlayStation 4. I mean, I'll have my golf story on my Switch. I'll have my Stardew Valley on my Switch, apparently. These are the decisions I face every day.
Yeah. Don't do it.
All right, fine. Detention comes to PlayStation 4. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen comes to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Expand comes to PlayStation 4. The Hunter Call of the Wild comes to PlayStation 4. Judge comes to PlayStation 4. Mystic Bell comes to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Twin Robots comes to PlayStation 4 and Vita. Fuck yeah, Vita. WRC7 comes to PlayStation 4. Let Them Come comes to Xbox One. Marble Void comes to Xbox One. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time comes to Switch, the rare Tuesday Switch release. Reverie comes to PC. PlayStation 4 firmware 5.0 is out.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Comes to your PlayStation
Different
4?
friends list and all these things. And then over on PlayStation Now, Shocktober has added 18 new scary games. Ooh. New dates for you. Game of Thrones Conquest, an MMO mobile game based on, of course, Game of Thrones, is coming out on October 19th. And then apparently there's going to be a new Layton game coming in the summer 2018.
Was a big question. On what platform?
I know. The
they
IGN
didn't
article
say?
really didn't say. It was just like tease the new one's coming in summer 2018.
Interesting.
I was like, all right, whatever.
I hope they make the jump, but this sounds like a 3DS game.
You don't know. Oh, because why? Why? Just
No,
because
Nintendo.
the history of them doing this and screwing over the Switch and not giving us what we want.
Yeah.
Real pieces of trash over there, Nintendo. You know what I'm
I
saying?
always say.
Tim,
Yes.
it's time for Reader Mail.
Let's do it.
This is brought to you by DraftKings. Football season has begun, but it's not too late to get closer to the game you love with DraftKings 1 Week Fantasy Football. This Sunday, DraftKings is hosting a $100,000 contest that's totally free to enter. With DraftKings, there are many ways to play. Choose between public contests with big cash prizes or private contests where you can compete against a group of your friends. DraftKings also has beginner and casual contests where you'll play against people of similar skill levels. And you'll never burn up the waiver wire trying to replace injured players because you get to pick a new team each and every week. That's the beauty of 1 Week Fantasy Football at DraftKings. So, get to DraftKings.com now and use the promo code KINDAFUNNY, all one word, to play DraftKings free contest with $100,000 in total prizes this Sunday. That's promo code KINDAFUNNY to compete for your share of $100,000 in total prizes. The contest is totally free to enter, so why wouldn't you try? You don't have shoes? DraftKings, the game inside the game. Eligibility restrictions. See DraftKings.com for details. Still like that one. Now, Tim.
Yeah.
This is always the one. Because I set up all the questions, and I'm like, where to begin? Where do we begin? Where am I going to jump into? Because there's so many things going on over here. A lot of good questions, as usual. Remember, kindafunny.com/KFGD to be part of the show. Let's start with some help for you, Tim.
Yeah.
Crash Nebula on Ice writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, not a question, just a Cuphead suggestion for Tim. You can map the buttons to anything you want on your controller. I found that mapping dash to L trigger and shoot to right trigger made the game's controls perfect. Thanks
I have done that, and it is absolutely correct.
Did you do that last night? Because you were complaining about like claw hands or whatever.
Yeah, but so the problem was I was complaining just about the default buttons. I knew you could remap them. I had remapped them. I hadn't found something that I was happy with.
Yeah.
Even this, my hands, even holding with shoot on R, my hands cramping constantly.
Sure.
So it's like all the things I was complaining about stand. But yeah, no, that is, if you're playing Cuphead, absolutely change shoot to R and dash to L.
Okay.
Hands down. The only way to go.
Chuck writes in to kindafunny.com/KFGD just like you can and says something that almost made the Roper Report, but I knew somebody would ask about, so I cut it out.
Okay.
With Shovelware company, Silicon Echo Studios, and over 200 titles being cleared off Steam, do you think this is the start of things to come? Would you like to see the PS4 and Xbox clean up their stores as well? Did you see this article?
No.
So it's complicated, it's complicated, super nerdy, and on Steam. So it was one of those I didn't really think we should get into or whatever. But here, base level, 200 plus games got pulled down that are basically shovelware games. Polygon is the one who reported about it. They got the letter that was sent to Steam, and then the response from the developer or publisher, I guess, over there about, hey, and then there's like, it's something along the lines of, it's a whole bunch of people being grouped in, or a couple different studios being grouped in with this, and one of them being like, we didn't do this, it's other people that are doing this. Basically, though, do I think this is the start of something changing over there? No. I think Steam went and pulled these games because, from what I understand at a brief reading, was, oh, they're stealing assets. They don't own this, they don't do that, blah, blah, blah. If you make a bad game and put it on Steam, I don't think that's what they're coming and taking down. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to change, and I definitely don't think it's going to change on PlayStation 4 or Xbox.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head there. I would hope that they do this, but I think that maybe more and more there'll be these people that are just kind of like trying to just mass produce shovelware games with the sole purpose of making money. Yeah. That they'll go to the top, find them, and then get rid of them. But I don't think it's going to be like a case-by-case, game-by-game situation ever, because that's just, the infrastructure for that would be insane.
And that's the thing where it's like, as much as PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will get crap games put on them and stuff, and like there's been some recently, right? We don't even need to name names of these Life of Black Tigers and all these people, where it's just like, that's a shitty game, but it's like, for the most part, they're not really like, they're trying to make a game, and they made a game and put it up, and sure, it looks like a mobile game from 10 years ago, but it's there. It's not them stealing this. I don't know if I don't know if this is when you get into definitions of anything. Is that the definition of shovelware? Like, I don't think that is, and not to mention that there's more hurdles to getting on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One than there is Steam, and like that's why Steam and Greenlight has a different problem, I think, than everybody else. Yeah, it's more like the App Store where you can just post whatever, get it through there. Drink that, LaCroix. Rod Hayes writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, hey, Greg Miller Industries, and other co-host. I'm having an existential crisis. I'm almost 30, and like most folks who stumbled on you back on the early Beyond days, my gaming time is limited compared to what it was 10 years ago. I'm finding my tastes are leaning towards indies. My favorite game last year was Undertale, and I am absolutely loving Golf Story. I still find myself trying to blast through them to make room for AAA games. I quote-unquote have to push through Golf Story so I can move on to Shadow of War next week. How do I get over my indie guilt and just accept that smaller, quirkier games might be more my thing in old age? Also, thanks for the 70-plus episodes of daily awesomeness. Even on days where I don't find time to game, listening to you while I walk the dog keeps me up on the culture. I think you gotta just get over it.
We're broken records here, but it's just play what you want to play.
Who the fuck cares
Just dedicate
anymore?
yourself to it and go for it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm having the time of my life this year because there's been so many games that speak to me.
Yeah.
The Sonic Manias, the Cupheads. I am all about it. Like Golf Story, I'm sad that I don't have time to play it because I'm playing Cuphead now. But I can't wait to eventually one day have that time where
You're
I'm on
never
a
gonna
plane.
play it.
That's my problem is I'm scared that I'm gonna miss it. But if I miss it, cool. There's so many other games that are coming out. South Park is coming out, and I'm worried about that. But if I don't get to it, it's fine.
You're worried about, you're not gonna, wait, you're worried about South Park?
Yeah.
Dude, just stop it and get there.
I mean, I'm planning to.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm just looking at the time we got here, depending on when we get Mario. There's some things, but
There's a lot of things happening. Well, see, that's the other thing with the PlayStation 4 is like, I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibilities to get South Park codes this week.
oh really?
I don't think it's that crazy to say.
I still got Cuphead. I got to beat Cuphead. I got to get that done. But
Fuck Cuphead.
no, dude.
It's a superhero RPG with South Park
I'm with
people.
you, man. And it's great. But no, man, I love this. Like you found games that you enjoy.
Yeah, I don't. That's a weird thing where I don't. Rod, you're still hung up on AAA versus indie when everything's just a game now. There's games on top of games. Games on.
And I think that's the thing is that you phrasing this as you have to push through Golf Story so you can move on to Shadow of War. Guess what? When you're playing Shadow of War, you're going to feel like you need to push through that to get to the next Golf Story.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I think that games are just games now. And the indie versus AAA, whatever, it's like they're just different experiences that require different amounts of time. And I feel like even within indie and AAA, there's still the big experiences that are 20-hour long, you know, whatever the fucks, or the
Yeah.
2-hour long things that I would still count as AAA, depending on who made them and whatever. Like Lost Legacy, for example.
Sure. Yeah, I just think you need to just play what you want to play. Who cares? Walk away from games, come back to games, no big deal. Joey Noel, what I'd like you to do is tell me on that microphone why I should play Stardew Valley. Because I was talking to a friend last night about it, and I was like, I don't know, Joey's obsessed with it, so I feel like I should give it a shot on this portable platform. Hold on, she's hitting all the buttons over there to make it happen.
Stardew Valley is awesome.
Okay.
It's a lot of time that's required to put into Stardew Valley, which I think is why a lot of people are kind of put off by it.
Yeah.
Did you play Harvest Moon or any of those?
I played Harvest Moon back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very similar to that. It's just, I don't know. It's what I have playing or what I'm playing when I have like movies and TV and whatever in the background, because it doesn't require, it's not super story heavy. It's just like objectives, complete them.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Because I don't really like shooters
Sure.
and anything like that, and I feel like that's where like a lot of grinding and stuff.
Okay.
It fills that void for me, and it's just like it seems like a simpler life. You have this farm.
Yeah.
You plant some crops.
I forget, do we get married in this game?
Yes.
Okay.
You have lots of romancing options.
Nice.
And
Is a cow one of them?
no, you can't marry a cow.
On that Tinder game that I played for the Easy Platinum, you could date the cow.
I'm gonna play
You
that
can't marry animals. Which
I mean, in this Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley world, maybe I could. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, sure.
There's
Not
like
this
talking animals and
particular one.
zombies and crap and golf story. I don't see me getting hung up on that.
That's true.
Miss Piggy and
you
Kermit the
have
Frog fucking
fun
there,
little
like-
dungeons that you can go battle through.
How's the
Mines.
battling work in it?
You have like different like swords and stuff like that, and there's all these different creatures that you have to go through. I think there's like 100 levels of the mines that you have to go all the way down to.
I'm gonna look into this game.
All right.
It's really
Report back to me, Greg. I want
will.
to know what you think.
This is the only game that I will have bought 4 times because I have it on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam, and then I'll have it on Switch. And
How many
I put-
hours have you played, you think?
total?
Yeah.
Probably like 200.
Okay. There's got to be something there.
Absolutely.
It's a little slow to get into. You have to get to like where you complete all the objectives, and unlocking that little part of it does take a little bit.
Okay.
So it's kind of slow till you get there.
Josh Hefner, parentheses, no relation, writes into kindafunny.com/KFGD and says, Dear Greg and not Danny, JK, I love you all. I'm torn. Secret of Mana is one of my favorite games. I own 3 original cartridges for some reason, and it's been a minute since I played through it. I got the SNES Classic. And now they have this limited edition PlayStation 4 version coming out at the beginning of the year. Not sure I need to play through it twice in a 6-month period, but I need some Secret of Mana in my life. Do I just dive into the Classic to get my fix, or let the urge build for potentially climax or utter disappointment of the remake? Thanks for making my workday so much more fun, Josh.
If it's one of your favorite games, you own multiple copies of the original game,
Yeah.
wait for the remake.
Right, that's what I would
You
think.
know the game. You know it well. The worst thing that happens is you play the remake, don't like it, then you can go back and play the original again. Remember why you like it so much. Don't get burned.
I would say, yeah, wait, and just fucking explode all over the wall. That's the climax you're looking for when this game gets there.
Hell
you know
yeah,
what I
it
mean?
is. I know what you mean.
Satisfaction. That's what you want to get out of this game. Wait for it. Plus, trophies. Final question, I think. Hold on, I didn't realize there was one down there. I thought I already did those. Yeah, final question comes from Jose. Jose writes in and says, "Hi, Greg," and probably Tim.
Yep.
As you commented on yesterday, WWE Games announced a new mode for WWE 2K18 called Road to Glory. Was that new or is that what they did before? Who knows? I thought they're just changing it, but I don't know if it was called. You're the expert. I'll let you go. And the trailer showed the game would be including the dreaded loot boxes. However, to people's surprise, it's been confirmed via their Twitter that there are no microtransactions at all, and the loot boxes are obtainable via in-game credits on single player and online. This certainly raises more questions on the recent debate around this topic, even more when considering the recent criticism around NBA 2K18 and WWE being from the same publisher. My question, however, is this. Do you think these systems would be more accepted if developers were open about the drop rates for items as it was enforced by law in China? This way, people would know the chances of getting items while playing regularly and when paying in a way to lower the fears around rates being altered to incentivize purchasing. Thanks for the amazing content you create every day. Greetings from Panama, Jose. I don't think it would help at all.
I don't think it would help at all.
People
either.
are just mad to be buying. Hey, I'm giving you money hoping to get this thing. Just let me buy the thing I want.
Yeah. I think that this is so in the weeds of getting percentage numbers and stuff. That's not going to change anyone's purchasing decisions. I don't think.
I like that idea. I wish that was public knowledge so that people knew if somebody was really fucking them over and this is a horrible deal. But I think in general, even if they were like, Greg, that shader you want in Destiny is going to drop X times out of 5 or whatever. Yeah, it wouldn't make me be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking roll more because I know my luck. I'll roll a million times and not get it. I'd rather just buy the fucking shader I want. And now they get no money from me when I happily give them money before.
But they make a lot of money off of other people.
I know. Fucking Andrew Renee. Tim, it's time to squad up.
Let's squad up. Never roll alone.
Sorry. And we go round. This is where one of you writes into kindoffunny.com/KFGD. You give me your name, your username, your platform of choice, and why you need friends. I read it here. The best friends in the Kind of Funny community come find you. You play together, and everybody has a good old time. Today, Alex writes in. He is playing on, hold on to your hat, Tim, iOS.
Interesting.
His iOS name is Killer Yoda. All one word, spelled like you think. And he says, warning, this is a weird one. I've been quietly plodding away with The Simpsons tapped out for years now. But those that I played with have since dropped out, and I'm looking for someone from Kind of Funny, the best friends, to help me build my Springfield. Thanks, guys. Alex. Alex needs help in Simpsons Tapped Out, an iOS game that's been out for a long time. I remember Poe being obsessed with this game back in the day. So there you go. Everybody find Killer Yoda on iOS. Tim? What's happening on You're Wrong? Kindoffunny.com/you're wrong.
One more
where
second.
the kids
I'm
go
trying
in
to
there and check it.
confirm some things.
Oh, well,
Okay,
while you do
cool.
that, I'm going to tell you that CP wrote in. CP wrote into You're Wrong. He wanted to say, you're not wrong, but also someone else is wrong. Hi, Kind of Funny Games Daily. Just to delayed, you're wrong, but you, Kind of Funny, are not wrong. Someone wrote in about the Splatfest re-toilet paper and said it was last weekend in Europe. For anyone who feared that they missed it, fear not. The Splatfest is actually happening this weekend, starting Saturday the 7th at 9 a.m. and ending Sunday the 8th at 9 a.m. Keep up the good work. I love the show. Team over forever. Over for the toilet paper. Forever.
I feel you.
Now, after we had this conversation yesterday about how the toilet paper should go, blah, 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 came home, saw that Jen had put new toilet paper on there. She went behind with the toilet paper, not over, behind. And I was like, huh, now I'm going to see this the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Now that I just fucking, I didn't even know this is a thing that people argued about, and here I am fucking, now I can't unsee it.
I feel you. Kindoffunny.com/you're wrong has some corrections for us here.
Thank you.
Spideyville says a quick Google search has shown that the Crystal PS4 controllers were first announced on September 1st, making it just 1 month ago, not months ago.
All right, you can suck it. You know what I mean?
claims.
You're all, that's a stupid.
Thought that was an important one to
You
read
suck.
for all of you
Suck
out there.
it, Spidey.
ZMD113, I was wrong. GameStop has the clear DualShock 4. Best Buy has the red, and Walmart has the blue.
Gotcha.
That's dumb. It's really dumb. Just want to put
Just
that
suck
out
it
there.
up.
Flashy Andy says the Shit on Your Friends party mode is up on Patreon already, and it's fantastic.
Told you.
And Capitalist Pig says the Tom Petty Alice in Wonderland videos for Don't Come Around Here No More.
Thank you. Don't come around here no more.
Tyrell713 says the last time Greg played Xbox was Tacoma, so late July.
Thank you. Steve Gaynor made that game.
Oh, Capitalist Pig also says the name of the studio that did the Sonic and Mega Man short films is Blue Core Studios. I was close.
Yeah, blue in there.
Did I get it? And the first time I said it. Blue Sky.
I don't know.
Blue
I
can.
think-
I said
I-
Blue Can.
yeah.
Yeah. Didn't say Core. Well, there you go. Yeah, cool. That's it.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. Yeah.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about before giving you perspective, answering your questions, and having a good old time. If you like that, you can watch it live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames, later on youtube.com/kindafunnygames, or listen on podcast services around the globe. Remember, Party Mode is up right now on patreon.com/kindafunnygames. Go over there for just $1. You can watch shit on your friends. Nick uses the creepy Nick voice a lot.
He does.
A
Too
lot.
much.
He's a weirdo. Tomorrow, Tim will be here with someone.
Yes.
Not me. I will not be on Kinda Funny Games Daily till Tuesday. I'm going to New York for this WWE IGN thing I'm hosting. We'll be streaming it that night, twitch.tv/kindafunnygames.
So we're going to have a bunch of fun guests with me.
Yeah.
We don't know. They're not confirmed yet, but a couple people sound pretty cool. I don't know.
Fran Mirabella's confirmed.
Fran Mirabella will be on next Monday with me,
That's
so
the
we
plan.
can talk about
Now-
the Nintendo World Championship.
Of course, Fran
Stuff.
has terrible taste, as we all know, 7.9 in Double Dash. But he also is a flake. So we'll see if he
we'll
actually
see.
shows up on
We'll
Monday.
see.
All right.
But tomorrow, it's either going to be Andy or Gerard, the completionist from YouTube,
Yeah.
who is coming for sure to be on Gamescast tomorrow.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. I just need to confirm with him if he can come a little earlier for this.
Sure.
Otherwise, it'll be Andy, and that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 days, it's a surprise.
We'll let you know when we know. We probably won't let you know. Someone will let you know. I'm not going to let you know. I'm going to eat pizza in New York.
I'm hoping for someone that rhymes with told carbs.
Nice.
But
Nailed
I
it.
just need to see if that gets confirmed.
Yeah,
or
I don't
not.
have my phone. I can't check if that email came in. But maybe told
So
carbs
keep,
will be
keep
through.
your guess up for
Yeah,
who
yeah.
told carbs could be.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Don't fuck that up.